Can I ask you about social media? How do you feel it should be used by someone who wants to be at a position where they can call you and say, hey, I have this following, would you listen to my CD or whatever? What is the reason and the efficacy of the social media?
From our perspective, we'll use it when we're looking at artists because it's sort of a window into the relationship between the artist and the fans. So if they put something on YouTube and, you know, for example, and you look at it and there's 100 views, that means no one really paid attention or noticed. If someone puts something on and there's, you know, even if they're, you know, maybe there's not 1 million views, maybe there's 10,000 views or 15,000 views, but then you see all these comments and you see the artist interacting and responding to it, and you start to get it, or you go on their Twitter account and you start seeing the way that they're interacting in posts, and you get to know a lot more about the personality behind the music, and then you also usually at the same time see their fans reacting to that. And that's a sign of an artist that will be able to put a show on and get people out and have people excited about it. You know, and I think social media can be used in probably a multitude of ways from the artist's perspective and how they want to use that to build their audience. But from our perspective, that's kind of what we're looking for is that dynamic.
Yeah, I think it's also a little bit of a trap for people to think about, particularly bigger institutions, maybe even just that have been around a while and see social media as this, you know, new frontier, and it's great that it be embraced, but sometimes it's embraced a little bit in the abstract of just sort of like, well, we've got to get social media, you know, we've got to get Twitter, we've got to get Facebook, you know, like we have to, you know, and it's an instrument, I mean, like any other, I mean, so it's in the hands of you know, of one person is very different than the hand of another, and so content is tremendously important in interaction. Otherwise, it's basically a tool, and yes, you have a page, but it's not functional.
And we just don't look at the metrics like in terms of the numbers, because there are a lot of ways to get your views up on YouTube or get your likes up on Facebook that don't really mean anything in terms of actual fans or interaction, and it's just it becomes you know, a worthless number at that point. We can sort of see that by, like I said, where the interaction of the responses that people are getting when they post something, and so there's a lot to do with, like what David said, with the actual content that's being posted as well, not just trying to get a lot of fans.